What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what time it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and today we're gonna talk about it, man. We got to go up there to Cleveland because this was day one of their mandatory mini camp, in which, man, my boy Shedeur Sanders had a pretty good day, and we're gonna talk all about that plus some, man. All right, so sit back with your dog, kick it with me real quick, and let's get into this sports talk. Yeti. Now, like I said, man, this was day one of their mandatory mini camp, in which we got to see my boy Myles Garrett. That was a good look, seeing him get back active. And we also got to see Shedeur Sanders. Now, he did not get a lot of reps. Okay, that is a fact. He didn't get a lot of reps today. But Stefanski did say that he was going to do his best and do everything that he can to make sure every single quarterback get their reps in, okay? So we just got to sit back and wait on that and see how he's going to make those adjustments and making sure that everybody get their reps in. Now, the reps that my boy Shedeur Sanders did get in, he did pretty good. And I do have a clip to show you guys of one of the passes he managed to connect with one of his receivers for a touchdown. And when you look at this clip, man, you can see the precision on that pass. You can see the zip on there, in which a lot of people was saying, the inside reporters, they was talking about how he was floating the ball a lot, in which you can see he made major improvements on that, putting the ball exactly where it needed to be, not floating the ball in the air too long for a defender to get to it, man. It was just a beautiful pass. Now, of course, after practice, he had an interview in which one of the reporters was asking him questions about him not getting a lot of reps this practice, in which I feel like he handled this well. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly what he said. This is exactly what he said when they asked him about not getting the reps. He said, life is just based on how you view different things. So you can view things as you're not getting reps in a negative way, or you can view it as, okay, when it's my time to get out there, let's be proactive, let's get warm, and let's get going. So there's no excuses, because when you get out there, nobody cares how many reps you got whenever you get in the game. Nobody cares if you took a snap before. Everybody cares about production. So that's the main thing when you get out there. You got to be able to produce. So as you can see, man, he's taking everything pretty well, man. He's waiting on his time to shine, in which I'm pretty sure Stefanski is going to find that time for him to be able to get out there and do his thing. Now, while we're talking about Stefanski, I want to put something on y'all mind real quick, and I want y'all to drop the comments down below. Y'all already know what time it is. Drop them comments down there, because I really want to know how y'all feel about this. I'm just trying to get y'all mind going real quick. My question for y'all is, do y'all think Shedeur Sanders have an advantage when it comes to Stefanski and his offensive scheme and being the QB1? Now, as we all know, Pat Shurmur is the offensive coordinator when it comes to Colorado, okay? A lot of people don't know that Shurmur and my boy Stefanski has a very close relationship, in which they have history with each other of coaching on the same team. Now, Pat Shurmur was the head coach for the Cleveland Browns in 2011 through 2012. Outside of that, my boy Pat Shurmur and Stefanski, they worked together in Minnesota for 2 years, okay? I can't remember which coach was which when it came to the Minnesota Vikings, but they was there for 2 years. After that, Shurmur went on to be the head coach in 2018 for the New York Giants, in which he was trying to get Stefanski to come over there and be his offensive coordinator. But Minnesota, man, they turned that down like immediately. So he didn't get the chance to go over there and coach with him. Now, knowing that Shurmur knows my boy Stefanski when it comes to his offensive scheme and how he do things offensively, right? Because they work together. So he knows everything. He knows Stefanski offense like the back of his hand. Being the fact that he did work with Shedeur Sanders as the offensive coordinator in Colorado, do y'all think that he made a phone call to Stefanski during the draft because he saw something that could possibly work in Stefanski's offensive scheme with Shedeur Sanders? That's just something I want y'all to think on, man. I just want y'all to drop it down in the comment below. Let me know what y'all think about that. Could that mean that my boy Shedeur just may have an advantage by being up there in Cleveland? Now, on another note, man, we really got to talk about this, because I know I had a video where I talked about him. I talked about Joe Flacco, and I could be wrong. So if I am wrong, I'll admit to it as of right now. You know what I'm saying? But we did see my boy Joe Flacco out there coaching up my boy Shedeur Sanders, in which somebody caught a footage of Joe Flacco teaching him a couple of moves and stuff like that. And you can see him communicating with Shedeur Sanders on what he should do to be better. All right, take a look at this clip real quick. Now, I will say that is a good look, man, because every veteran should coach up these young cats, man, and try to help them, prepare them to be great when it comes to the NFL, man. So hats off to Joe Flacco for that. I know a lot of people may say, oh, well, he shouldn't be coaching them because he could potentially lose his starting spot. Man, look, at the end of the day, Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl champion. He has absolutely nothing else to prove to nobody, okay? He had a great run at it. He's in his 40s. He can go ahead and retire. But at the end of the day, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation, man. Do y'all feel like Shedeur Sanders have an advantage being up there in Cleveland, being the fact that, you know, he worked with Pat Shermer, and Pat Shermer had a great relationship in history with Stefanski? Do y'all feel like Joe Flacco is just bluffing around because everybody done got on his case about coaching these young bucks or what, man? Y'all go ahead, drop them comments down there below. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one.